Your baby can't say, "I love you," but they are showing it to you all day long in ways most parents don't even realize. Some of those moments feel exhausting, some feel confusing, and some are so small you almost ignore them completely. But what if those exact behaviors are actually your baby's deepest way of saying they feel safe with you? Because babies don't express love like adults do. They don't use words. They don't explain their feelings. They use instinct, their body language, their emotions, their nervous system responses. So when your baby cries, follows you, stares at you, reaches for you, or suddenly calms down in your arms, it's not random behavior. It's communication in its purest form. And once you begin to understand these signals, you start seeing your child completely differently. The moments that once felt frustrating suddenly become emotional. The things you thought were problems slowly start looking like trust. Because in your baby's mind, you are not just another person in the room. You are safety itself. You are comfort. You are familiarity. You are home. From the very beginning, your baby learns that you are their safe base. Long before they understand words, they understand presence. That's why they often follow you everywhere. Even when the house is perfectly safe, you stand up to grab water, and suddenly tiny footsteps are behind you. You walk into another room, and within seconds, they appear in the doorway searching for you. It can feel overwhelming sometimes, like they can't let you exist separately from them for even a moment. But for your baby, this is not about control or manipulation. It's about connection. Their brain is still learning how separation works. When you disappear from sight, even briefly, their world can suddenly feel uncertain. And when you return, their body settles again. Their breathing slows. Their emotions soften. Their nervous system relaxes. That's because your presence doesn't just comfort them emotionally, it regulates them physically. You become their signal that everything is okay again. Even when your baby is playing happily, they continue checking for you constantly. You'll notice it if you watch closely enough. They look at a toy, then glance at you. They crawl a little farther away, then turn around quickly to find your face. Sometimes it lasts less than a second, but it happens over and over again. Most parents barely notice it, but emotionally, it means everything. Your baby is checking in with their safe place. Are you still here? Am I okay? Is this still safe? Your face becomes an emotional compass for them. If you smile, they relax. If you panic, they panic. If you stay calm, their body learns calmness too. That tiny glance across the room is not distraction. It's attachment happening in real time. It's one of the clearest signs that your child trusts you deeply enough to explore the world, while knowing you'll still be there when they look back. And then there are those funny little moments when your baby brings you random objects that seem completely meaningless. A sock, a spoon, a tiny broken toy, half a cracker they already chewed on. Sometimes they proudly hold it out toward you like it's the greatest treasure ever discovered. And honestly, most parents laugh or wonder why babies do this at all. But emotionally, this behavior is actually beautiful. Because your baby is not sharing the object itself, they are sharing experience. They discover something interesting, and their first instinct is not to keep it alone, it's to include you. Look what I found. Look at this with me. Be part of this moment. That desire to share is one of the earliest forms of emotional bonding. Even messy little objects become expressions of connection. Their message is simple and pure. I want you in my world. Then there are the moments every exhausted parent knows too well. Nothing works. The crying continues no matter what you try. Toys don't help. Music doesn't help. Feeding doesn't help. You walk around the room trying everything you can think of, and still your baby cries harder. But then something changes the second you pick them up. Their body softens. Their breathing shifts. Their crying slows down. Sometimes they stop almost instantly. It feels almost magical when it happens. But it's not magic. It's familiarity. Your baby knows your heartbeat, your smell, your voice, your touch. Before they were even born, your body was already their environment. That's why your arms feel different from anyone else's. To your baby, your presence feels familiar in the deepest biological way possible. Your arms are not just comfort, they are home. Sometimes babies reach for your face in ways that feel surprisingly emotional. They touch your cheeks, your lips, your nose. They stare deeply into your eyes while their tiny hands explore every feature. Sometimes it feels gentle. Sometimes they accidentally scratch you with shocking force. But even this has meaning. Babies are not only exploring your face physically, they are memorizing you emotionally. Human faces are one of the first and most important things babies learn to read. Your expressions teach them safety, emotion, connection, and trust. They study you constantly because your face helps explain the world to them. A smile teaches reassurance. A soft expression teaches calmness. Even your eye contact shapes how secure they feel. To your baby, your face is not ordinary. It is the center of emotional understanding itself. One of the hardest things for parents to understand is this. Sometimes babies cry more with the people they love most. A baby who seemed calm all day suddenly melts down the moment mom walks through the door. Or they behave perfectly around strangers, then completely fall apart once they're back in your arms. And honestly, it can hurt. It can make parents feel rejected or emotionally drained. But in reality, this behavior often means the exact opposite of rejection. Babies do not release their deepest emotions where they feel unsafe. Around unfamiliar people, they stay alert, careful, regulated. But with you, they finally relax enough to let their emotions out fully. Your presence becomes the one place where they don't have to hold it together anymore. Their breakdowns are not distance. They are trust in its rawest form. Then comes imitation, one of the sweetest and most emotional parts of early attachment. Your baby watches you constantly. The way you smile, the sounds you make, the expressions on your face. And then one day, they try copying you. Maybe it's a smile. Maybe it's a laugh. Maybe it's a silly sound repeated back at you imperfectly. It feels playful and funny, but emotionally, it means much more than most people realize. Your baby is learning connection through imitation. I see you. I know you. I want to be close to you. Copying is one of the earliest ways human beings bond with each other. Your child is not simply mimicking behavior. They are building emotional closeness one tiny interaction at a time. Sleep is deeply connected to all of this too. Many babies sleep peacefully only when they can sense you nearby. The moment you move away, they wake up searching for you again. Parents often wonder why babies fight sleep so hard, especially when they are clearly exhausted. But sleep requires vulnerability, and vulnerability requires safety. For adults, safety might be a locked door or a quiet room. But for babies, safety is a person. Your presence tells their nervous system the world is still predictable. That's why even hearing your voice nearby can calm them. Your baby is not trying to make your life harder. Their brain is simply still learning that separation can be safe too. And when you step back and look at all of these behaviors together, something powerful becomes clear. Babies are not complicated. They are honest. Every cry, every glance, every reach, every tiny act of connection is their way of saying, "You are my safe place." And even though this season can feel exhausting while you are living inside it, one day it changes quietly without warning. The following stops. The crying softens. The constant need for closeness slowly fades away. One day they walk into another room without needing you to come too. One day they fall asleep without reaching for your hand. And many parents realize something heartbreaking in that moment. The behaviors they once found overwhelming were actually the purest form of love they would ever experience. So if you are in this stage right now, exhausted and touched out and emotionally drained, pause for a second before wishing it away too quickly. Because these ordinary moments are not interruptions to life. They are life itself. One day, without you even realizing when it happened, your baby will become a little more independent. The tiny hand that once reached for you every second will slowly stop needing yours all the time. The child who followed you into every room will suddenly stay behind to finish playing. The nights that once felt endless will become quieter. And at first, that silence may feel like relief. You'll finally have a moment to yourself again. You'll finally drink your tea while it's still warm. You'll finally walk from one room to another without hearing tiny footsteps chasing behind you. But then something unexpected happens. You begin missing the very things that once exhausted you. The constant need for closeness, the little voice calling for you, the feeling of being the center of someone's entire world. Parents spend so much time waiting for difficult phases to end that they sometimes don't realize those phases are quietly becoming memories. The rocking, the late-night cuddles, the contact naps, the tiny arms reaching up to be carried. Right now, those moments may feel repetitive or overwhelming, but years later, they often become the memories parents wish they could relive just one more time. Because childhood moves silently. There is no announcement for the last bedtime story. No warning before the last time they fall asleep on your chest. No sign telling you this is the final moment your child reaches for your hand before crossing the room alone. It all disappears slowly. In ordinary moments, you don't realize are important until they're gone. And maybe that's why understanding your baby changes everything. Because when you realize their clinginess is trust, their crying is communication, and their need for you is love, you stop seeing those moments as problems to fix. You begin seeing them as connection. Your baby is not trying to make your life harder. They are trying to feel safe in a world that is still brand new and overwhelming to them. And you, your voice, your face, your arms, your presence are the place where that fear disappears. To your child, you are not ordinary. You are the calm in their chaos, the comfort in their confusion, the person who makes the world feel safe enough to explore. So if today felt hard, if you are exhausted from carrying them, comforting them, rocking them, answering their cries over and over again, it does not mean you are failing. It means your child trusts you completely. The attachment forming between you right now is shaping how they will experience love, safety, and relationships for the rest of their life. Every time you comfort them, their brain learns security. Every time you respond to them, their nervous system learns safety. Every time you stay present through their emotions, they learn they are not alone in the world. These moments may feel small while they're happening, but emotionally, they are enormous. And one day, far sooner than you expect, your child will no longer need you in the same way. They will grow. They will become more independent. Their world will expand beyond your arms. But deep inside them, the feeling you gave them during these early years will remain forever. The safety, the comfort, the emotional foundation you built in thousands of tiny invisible moments. That becomes part of who they are. So the next time your baby reaches for you, cries for you, follows you, or simply looks back to make sure you're still there, try to remember what they are really saying underneath it all. You are my safe place. You are home. And right now, I need you close. And maybe that's the part no one tells parents enough. One day, your child will stop asking to be carried. One day, they will stop reaching for your hand every few minutes, just to make sure you're still there. The house that once felt loud and overwhelming will slowly become quieter. And in that quiet, many parents realize something deeply emotional. The phase they were trying so hard to survive was actually one of the most meaningful seasons of their life. Because to your baby, you were never just a parent. You were safety during fear, comfort during tears, calm during confusion. You were the heartbeat that made the world feel okay again. And even if they never remember these moments consciously, their heart will remember the feeling forever. So when your baby follows you today, when they cry for you, cling to you, stare at you, or fall asleep only in your arms, try to see what's really happening underneath it all. This is not weakness. This is attachment. This is trust. This is love in its purest form. And years from now, when these moments are gone, you may not miss the exhaustion, but you will miss being someone's entire safe place. So hold them a little longer tonight, because childhood never asks permission before it disappears.